Once again, I would like to welcome all the participants on behalf of Sriyash College of Engineering and Technology, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra. So, today we have our eminent speaker, Dr. Gautam Borkar, sir. I welcome you, sir, and I am thankful to you for accepting our request as a resource person, and you are accepting our request to deliver the talk. So, dear participant, let me introduce today's resource person, Dr. Gautam Borkar, sir. Sir is holding a PhD degree in computer science and engineering, and currently he serves as professor at Ramrao Adik Institute of Technology, D.Y. Patil University, Navi Mumbai. Throughout his career, which started in 2001, he has held roles in engineering colleges ranging from lecturer to associate professor and then professor. Dr. Borkar's research primarily focuses on areas such as system security, network security, cyber security, wireless networks, and trust management. He has made contribution to these fields through publications in regarded journals and conferences. In addition to his achievements, Dr. Borkar holds certifications such as Cisco CCNA, Cisco DevNet Associate, and Red Hat Certified Professional. His dedication to research is evident through grants received for projects from the University of Mumbai and AICTE, Government of India. Notably, he holds patents both in Australia and Germany, while also having published a patent in India. Beyond his pursuits, Dr. Borkar actively involves himself in roles within the college community. That is Ramrao Adik Institute of Technology, D.Y. Patil, University, Navi Mumbai. He serves as the college coordinator of Institutions Innovation Council, that is IIC, and area coordinator, and he has started initiatives in the area scheme of Government of India, while also contributing expertise to network design and Linux server management tasks in the institute. Furthermore, he excels at administering exams and conducting expert talks and workshops in various institutes. He has also guided 6 PhD students, and he has also written 2 books in his field. Sir has a wide range of experience in his field, and sir has also delivered several expert talks in the various FDPs, conferences, and workshops organized by different institutes. So I would like to welcome Dr. Borkar, sir, and thankful for being over here. So the session is yours, sir. I invite you to please deliver the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shal. So just let me check whether I can share my screen.
Yes, sir, you can share. We have made you the code. Yes.
I think my screen is.
Yes, sir.
Now my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I would like to congratulate the team for organizing this online FDP. I think it's the 4th day, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Before talking on this topic, I would just like to know certain things, because I am not in this field, the field that what you are. I think you are from the mechanical background, most of them, right? So a mechanical student or mechanical faculty, we know that they deals with them all the kinds of machineries and all the kinds of stuff. Whereas the people like for the computer engineer, we deals with the softwares, right? This was the assumption before last decades. But today, when I see the scenario has totally changed. Nowadays, the NEP 2020 talks about the interdisciplinary activities, right? So nowadays, it's a collaborative work between the all the fields right now what we have. So the AI domain that is being used nowadays, it's related to the all the topics, all the fields. You can talk about mechanical instrumentation, even electronics people are talking about the AI and ML. So what exactly this AI ML will be, and how this AI ML will be helpful in the current scenario? How what we will how we will be contributing to this the field of AI as a technical guy. So I will be focusing mostly on these things. So the you might be so whenever I start my journey of as an engineer, I was in the field of totally in the software industry, right? Then later I had shifted to the network. So when I come to know that key I have to deal with the AI and ML, my first question was that key why the security person we will be dealing with the AI ML? Why do I require these things to go ahead? But believe me, friends, when I started contributing to this AI and AI field, uh, you might be surprised that I was myself surprised to see that wonderful results which I can contribute in the field of cyber security, because I mostly deal with cyber security and digital forensics. So before starting my career as a digital forensics, I was heading a network college network team in our campus. So I had set up a many network. So the major problem was with the network was you might be knowing the routers, right? Have you heard about a router? Okay, we in your campus also you might have a one single router, and then that router is being connected to the all the campuses and all the labs that what we have, right? So how AI will help us in this? Can you answer anybody? Because you know whenever we want to configure any network, right? I'm just talking about a network side, because you might be aware that at least at in our home also we have two different routers. So we have two different password for two different routers, right? So can AI ML be integrated with this so that I can have one single username and password across the campus? And the second thing, if I want to configure a switch in one single lab, and next day when another lab is developed, so can I have a replica of that particular network to that particular lab? So initial before AIML, it was very difficult. I have to go physically to set up that particular lab and then to configure the entire PCs. But you might have heard in my introduction, I have done the DevNet course. This DevNet is purely based on the AIML concept. That means the entire networking can be done with the AIML. We can configure entire network by sitting on one single place. Though how many networks are being added nowadays, we can deal with all the networks that will be incorporated or that will be added to our entire to our this ecosystem. So you might be heard about this Juniper is a one Indian company whose entire network is on cloud. So they are dealing with AIML. They know how to configure if the network is elaborated or if it is get extended to any area. So we can easily extend or we can easily configure that entire network. We don't have to go physically over there. So now this would be the case of configuring. But you know we have to configure the machine only on a at the beginning. But what about the maintenance? And what happens if there is a wear and tear in the network? What happens if there is any kind of damage? Will I able to handle that things? So yes, definitely. This concept of AIML also deals with how we can analyze the wear and tear of the entire network. If the network goes down, will I able to understand that network is going to down? At what time it is going to be down? What exact damage we can how exact damage is being there in that particular network? So we can deal with this with the help of this AI network. So just going to the presentation. So overall, we will be discussing entire thing on this uh, AI-driven condition monitoring and predictive maintenance, right? So I will be discussing a traditional maintenance in how the traditional maintenance was was we were doing till now. Then how AI enables the predictive insight using a real-time data, and the what with the and what exactly we will get once we implement this AI. How optimized way we can operate this thing. So the in this particular discussion, we will be talking about all these things, right? So you might be aware. So I will take one example. Uh, Everybody might be having a car. So even I have to have one car. I have one old car called as Maruti Wagoner, and then recently I have purchased one car that XUV Mahindra's XUV 700. Okay, so I find a huge difference, not in the form of mileage, not in the form of a pickup, not in the form of a in the way it looks, but the way it gives me the alerts, right? It gives me the alerts of everything. Now, on what basis it gives me the alerts? Because it has a number of sensors that gives me the alerts. Now, when we are on the highways, if I drive a vehicle on the highway, just for example, if I drive a vehicle, Wagoner vehicle on the highway, so I was always worried, what about the pressure, tire pressure, what about the temperature outside? How could I maintain my AC? How could I maintain my pressure in the uh, tubeless tire? Because when we drive long, when we have a long drive, so in due course of time, the pressure of the tire gets increasing, right? So though I have filled nitrogen gas into this, but I was not sure whether that will help me in preventing the accidents or not, whether the tire will blast. Because when we drive our vehicle, so ultimately the pressure will increase. So this was a traditional vehicle. At the same time, I have to also take care of the maintenance. I have to look into the what I have to look into the number of what how much kilometers I have taken, I have drive. After that, what was the time limit which when I had considered my last maintenance, and based on that I have to schedule my next maintenance. But that thing was very much easy. That I whatever the problem that I have faced in the that traditional cars, that all the drawbacks was overcome in this additional on this latest car, because I can maintain my pressure. If the pressure goes increase, I can manage it very properly. If the temperature goes high, it will be on the auto mode. Um, it will be taken care of my ACs, and the most advanced feature that it will also take care of the if there any obstacles comes in the driving, the car will automatically will slower down. So that was the features that what we have in the now in the latest car, right? So that is nothing but a concept of AI that has maintained in our recent cars. So what exactly, how exactly we go for a predictive maintenance? So we have seen in the reactive, that is a traditional way. So we have a corrective maintenance, that what happens after the breakdown, we have to take care, we have to go for the shutdown process and everything, and then we can automate that process. And the preventive maintenance means what? A regular performing maintenance and reduces the failure. But in the predictive maintenance, we will be having a sensors that will detect the wear and tear of that particular device. If any of the device is there, which we can say that there is one kind of tear, and it will just raise the alarm that this component is going to have certain kind of issues. It is been heated more, and then based on that we have to take a preventive measures, and we will be getting the alerts based on this predictive maintenance. And then we have a prescriptive maintenance. So it is purely on the machine learning. So without any failure, we can identify the solution and we can recover from the solution. That is what the prescriptive maintenance is. But today we will mostly dealing with the predictive maintenance, where we can have thousands of sensors talking to each other with the help of IoT communication. And then if there is any one device get failed, so a second device will come and replace that particular device. But the question arises, what about the human interference? Whether the human interference is required in this uh, predictive maintenance or no? So definitely, because whenever we want to replace any sensor, so either I can place a robot, or I can go physically and do these things, right? So this is what exactly the predictive maintenance is. So now let us discuss what are the risk, how the traditional approach and then how we can overcome that all the drawbacks of a traditional approach in the predictive maintenance. Right. So before going to this, let us understand how exactly this entire things works. Right. So everybody is now talking about the AIML. You might have heard latest news that there was some issue with the Dharmendra and he's no more. We got that such kind of news, and after certain hours it was found that it was a fake video or fake news. So that entire news is also been generated by AI. So now AI can do everything. AI can design anything. AI can design the entire your mechanism of any machine, right? But at the same time, how AI will be helpful in doing or maintaining all this thing if there is any kind of failure. So we know what exactly we have to do. First, we have to collect the data, because we know nowadays everybody is dealing that. Previously, when the internet was started, we used to download the data, right? Do you agree with me? Before 10 to 15 years back, we generally used to download all the data, but the concept of downloading data is totally changed. Now we generally upload the data. Everything now, whatever we go, wherever we go, we just keep on uploading, right? Because the mobile that what we are carrying is a sensors with us, because whenever we buy any mobile, yes, so is it directly linked with the Google? Yes. If it is an Android mobile, we have to connect it with the Google, or if it is Apple, then we have to go with the iPhone, this Apple, we have to go with the Apple store. So every devices that what we are carrying, and I know that everybody is carrying a mobile with them. So we are generating the data, and nowadays the data is what is data. Whenever because based on my data, based on my behavior, the all the this, what I can say, the advertising companies deals with me, right? So most of them, we use the hello. Hello.
हाँ सर,
Any problem, sir? Is I'm audible properly?
रिसिप्ट कलेक्ट करवानी છે.
Hello. I think there is some
हाँ
disturbance. There is somebody's mic is on.
Hello, I request
What's the same
everyone
now?
to kindly
हाँ
mute.
हाँ हाँ, ओके ओके सर सर, ओके
Hello.
ओके सर सर. हाँ.
Lakhani sir, kindly mute your mic. Lakhani sir.
Hello. Should I go ahead? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can continue, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. So I was talking about how because we had seen that nowadays we are generating the data, and based on certain things, if we ourselves are generating the data and we are sharing it on the cloud, right? So collection of a data is very important nowadays, because you might have seen that recently whenever you go to any restaurant or visited any place, so after once you have a dinner or your lunch, once you paid the money, you got alerts they will be asking you for the feedback, how was the lunch at this place, how was the place that what you had visited, so this is all based on the AI, because how they come to know that I had visited the particular restaurant or particular place. Because though though I am not using my mobile, though I don't kept my data on, still they will be able to understand that this particular person had visited this place. Yes. So based on what information they got this information that I had visited this place, and have to go and put the review of this particular. They asked us for the review. So it is based on we might have done the payment online, either might be the credit card or might be of the Google Pay. We had used this. So based on that mode of payment, they had collected the data, right? If you had used the traditional way of giving the money, then they would have not traced you out. But generally now we don't carry the money with us, so everybody collects the data. So what data we had collected, same thing will be happen with the industries. So they keep on collecting the data. So now I think you all are all are of the mechanical background. Can you please tell me one thing, if there is one plant, right? So whether that plant is whether we can say that that plant, whatever the entire plant that what we had established before 10 years back, okay, will be having all the sensors, or whether it's whether we can have a converge that entire traditional industry into the AI/ML concept. It is very much possible, because that is what we are dealing with nowadays. We call as a operational technology. We can migrate the entire industry into the OT environment, right? We just have to place one small sensors. For example, just we had taken the example of this car. We had just for a pressure gauge, I had just for the tire measuring the tire pressure, I had just put one pressure gauge over there, or pressure sensor, which can monitor the pressure, and which can monitor the pressure, and then we can go ahead. So same thing. First of all, whenever we want to do any kind of prediction, or whenever we want to go for any kind of analysis, data plays a very crucial role. So we have to collect the data, right? So data is flowing for all entire industry. Also, data is flowing. For example, suppose if I take an example of Yokogawa, which controls the entire mechanism of instrumentation. So what are the control flows that what we have? Suppose if you take example of a flows of a, suppose any chemical is there, which in the chemical industry there is a flow of certain kind of gases. So how we can control that entire pressure? So if I place one sensor over there, and if I keep on observing that sensor, what at what level, at what pressure that data is, or I can say that at what pressure that entire vacuum volume or flow is going on. So I can just keep on one sensor and keep on monitoring that things. Okay. So first thing, I can just collect the data. First thing, collection of the data, either it in the form of images, data, or mechanical data, or it can be in the hertz, or it can be of anything. I just need to observe that data. So for observing, I need one dashboard. So for example, if I take an example of this drone, so I should have a one dashboard which will keep on getting the sensors or getting the flow of entire thing. I should keep on catching the entire flow of that things. So I should have on this dashboard. If I have a dashboard, I can keep on observing, and I can set one particular level of threshold. So if I set that threshold, and if the volume is going above that threshold, then there should be some kind of alarm raising and all these things. So after that, the next question is, why should I do this, right? So the detection of error and the analysis of that quality should be there. So how could I detect that entire flow is going in the wrong direction, or there is some kind of leakages in any one of the pipe, or that the pressure is increasing in the pipe? So I can very easily detect with the help of the data that I have been collected based on the sensors, right? And then how could I diagnose these things? Yes, I can easily understand what after when should I diagnose, and why should I diagnose? So diagnosis of the cause of error when the modern AI methods are implemented. So I can diagnose this very easily, because I don't want to wait for the that the things to be get entirely damaged, or the entire operations gets down. So nowadays I cannot have a shutdown of any operations, because it will cost me. It will have a lot. It will cost me. In the businesses, I can have a loss in my businesses. So diagnose is very important whenever I have to diagnose the sensors, or when I have to diagnose the entire industry. So if I place the sensors all over across the place where we have a where I can say, because where we have a sensitive information flowing, for example in the chemical industry, where the flow of chemicals are there, when the flow of pressure is there, I should keep on maintaining the proper pressure and proper things. So diagnosis is very important in this such cases. So if there is any kind of a wear and tear, so rather than getting that entire operation down, I can just replace before that entire sensor or entire mechanism goes down, right? Then we can have a prognosis of a next demand. When I could have when at because I should also maintain the one schedule key at after what time, or after when that will be. I can predict key, suppose this particular sensors goes down at this particular time. So next time, if I want to do the maintenance, whether that sensor will go down after 2 months, because the previous sensor has gone down by before 2 months. So do you think that the next maintenance of my sensor or next replacement of sensor will be after 2 months only? The obviously answer is no, because traditionally we had seen that today if I do the maintenance, after then my if I today if I done the maintenance of any mechanism, so next maintenance will be after 2 months, because I have some pre-history. But nowadays, because of this AI, I cannot say that I will have a maintenance after 2 months. I can also extend that maintenance, because I can very easily find out because of what reason that sensor goes down, right? If I'm able to find out because of what reason that sensor goes down, and everything will be available on this uh, dashboard, because that sensor which was there, which was damaged, it might be because of the some different other factors. There might be some heat component, there might be something which was exploring to the some different environment. So based on that thing, I can very easily analyze the next sensor, so I can recover, I can maintain that particular other sensors. Because nowadays we can see that a sensor is talking with the sensor. If I take an example of a pace that if I take an example of a heart attack, right? So nowadays very smart watches are coming which can very easily monitor your, very easily you can monitor your pressure, blood pressure very easily. You can monitor your heartbeats, right? And based on that, they can very easily raise an alarm that there is some issues with your pressure, with your blood pressure, or there is an issue with your heartbeats. Just go and consult your doctor, right? So AI helps us in this way before getting the damage, entire thing that got damaged. So I can take a preventive measures based on that things, right? So this is how the entire flows go. So what, why, when, and the conditions. This sensor is going down because of certain other issues. So rather than concentrating on this particular sensor, I should also concentrate on the other sensor. Because of that failure, the sensor is going to fail, right? So this is how entire ecosystem of AI is working nowadays. So I'm not in the field of mechanical, very from. So I cannot easily explain you all these things. But if I take an example of the latest recent cars, so there is a autopilot mode nowadays. The Tesla is coming with the driverless cars, right? So how that car will predict there is a turn, or there is a sudden obstacle that is coming out, right? Because the entire data that will be there on the cloud, and the talking with the cloud is another difficult task. If there is no connectivity, if there is no network, so how that car will deal with all these things? So for that we have a fog computing coming up. So that AI will deal with the small clouds, right? That vehicle will deal with that small cloud, and he will take the certain decisions, because the sensors are designed in such a way that they themselves can analyze it properly, and then based on that, whatever the data they have, whatever the history they have, they are so fast in making out the decisions. Even sometimes I may fail in making the decisions, right? So but the census data that what we have collected, based on that, I can very easily manage the accidents, or I can very easily avoid that accident, right? So this is how the entire ecosystem of AI works, right? So based on this, I think how the preventive maintenance and the predictive maintenance, what are the difference, right? So when I talk about this preventive maintenance, so it might be costly. Okay, it may save you a certain money, but if I go with the predictive maintenance, 50% of cost will be saved, because I don't have to replace that entire sensor. Because sometimes I may not be able to understand when if I go into the if I go and mechanically test each and every sensor, so that will take another long time. So cost will be very less. We will be saving a lot of cost. A minimal risk of equipment failure. So there is a very less risk of any sensors or any equipment will go fail. Large upfront investment cost, right? Maintenance performed just before the failure, because I don't have to wait for the entire failure. I can very easily replace the entire thing. Can you just take an example of Chat GPT? You know how much used data the Chat GPT is producing nowadays. They are producing a lot of data, and entire data is being saved because the chat GPT works on one particular email address, right? So everybody now, and we had seen that after particular queries, it will hold for certain 2 or 3 hours, right? And then again it will start. So that entire thing is being stored somewhere. Don't you think that in that particular data, in that particular, what I can say, data centers, there might be wear and tear on the hard disk, right? So how he will come to know that there is a wear and tear in the hard disk, or how he can come to know that the data is the storage that what we have, it is going to be we require a few more storage space. So there are the robots are placed which works on auto generating mode, which keeps on monitoring the entire hard disk, which keeps on monitoring the entire processes that what we are going to use. Now you might have seen the recent web series Family Man. Okay, I think it was season 1. So you might be remembering that there was the terrorist failed in that doing the nuclear test or nuclear weapon. So he has a different plan, and he went to some chemical industry where he can blast the entire chemical industry. So he was there. So nowadays there are many industries in India. There are many organizations, or there are many companies, or there are many organizations that works on the traditional approach. So if that entire traditional approach get hacked, will we able to maintain, or will be able to manage, or will be able to do the preventive measures? If somebody is trying to increase the pressure, just take an example of Tharpur or any chemical industry, and if there are what I can say, if there are vessels, if there are containers which carries the highly inflammable gases, and if I increase the pressure of that entire mechanism, so definitely it will cause a huge damage to the entire nearby places. And if somebody had by mistakenly increase the pressure, what will happen? The entire ecosystem or entire company will go down. But based on this census mechanism of AI, we can easily prevent. Before it shows the pressure, the pressure goes above 80%, the entire alarm will raise. Okay, if there is some failure, or I can set a threshold based on my own calculations. I can set a threshold at 80%. I can set a threshold at 70%. And I can do the preventive measure before the entire industry goes down. So this is what we can do. And nowadays you might be learning about a blockchain coming into the picture. When the blockchain that comes, bitcoins, the entire concept is of a Bitcoin. Blockchain is a concept that works on this. So I can also have a integration of a blockchain in the communication channel. Right. So none of the data that has been transferred from one sensor to another sensor, it will in the form of a chain, and that data is also can be prevented. Right. So this entire ecosystem has been established, and there are many industries who are going for the upgradation of all these things. People are well aware of how these things are going and how these things are working. But the how we can see this, right? So for example, you might have seen this year. So whatever the prediction, our prediction about the rain, what this the government had done this year, it was so perfect that if they said that next day there will be rain, then definitely there was a rain. Have you observed this thing in this year? There was before a couple of years, whenever they had declared the holiday, at that particular there was no rain. But this year the prediction was so perfect, right? And this was not because of a forecast, this was because of a nowcast. Nowadays entire what I can say, the prediction of a rain is based on the nowcast. That means they can predict after what will happen after 5 minutes also. They can, if they want, they can also predict after 1 minute. After 1 minute, how much rain will there be? But they had not disclosed the data because of certain political issues. But they were having accurate information of everything, when and where the rain will be there. So this is what we can do for a predictive, that there is a forecast period using the without using the AI model. So I can very easily go for the nowcast nowadays. So just going to this, what is the conditional monitoring? So continuous tracking of a parameter like vibration, temperature, and the current. So we have to continually monitor entire thing. So if there is a more vibration, then definitely the what current temperature will increase and there will be raise in the current. So I need the continuous monitoring that if there is a vibration, then definitely there will be damage on the temperature. So I need to not only control the temperature, but for the controlling the temperature, I need to work on the vibration sensor. Not I will not go and replace the temperature sensor, right? So because of this AI, I can very easily detect what thing is going to fail, and this will help us in detect the failure. Because you might have seen certain there are many certain tools nowadays coming up which can monitor the entire ecosystem. Even I can go at a minute level of the sensor. Suppose if I take an example of a drone, what is its battery backup, how his camera is been working, what about its elevations, how long it can go, how long it had went, what are the images that he had captured, and whether there is some kind of fog where he cannot send the picture, then different all these things can be captured very easily. There is a we can go in n number of visualizations based on there are many tools which can keeps on monitoring our entire ecosystem. So friends, so AI will definitely, not only will definitely, but AI is helping us in maintaining and monitoring the entire devices, right? We are not aware ki what devices we are using and how that is being integrated with AI. I can say that whenever I wake up, so nowadays I don't have to go and buy the one alarm clock. If I have an Alexa, she can give me the entire information. Previously, there was, nowadays everybody knows that the workload is increasing. So just I would, if I want to give the reminder, if I don't remember, so generally in traditional way we used to tell somebody, please mujhe yaad dila dena hai. So I just keep on saying, Alexa, please note down this and remind me on this particular time. So she will be keeping on raising the alarm. Sir, you have to do this work. This is the thing that is pending. This is the thing that is pending, right? So entire thing that even she can use me the notification of my vehicle, right? You can get a notification of your fuel. You can get a notification of the entire thing. This is all because of the predictive analysis. So now, what is the role of AI in this conditioning monitoring, right? So as I told you that Alexa or Siri can give me the entire information of my, not only my information of my vehicle, but he can remind me entire things. He can raise the alarm. He can remember entire thing. If I give him if I schedule certain meetings, then she will remind me, sir, this is the meeting, and then all the maintenance will keep on, and all the meetings will be scheduled as per the Alexa. So I don't have to go and keep on note somewhere else, right? So how the AI will be helpful in conditional monitoring? AI model analyzes sensor data parameters or the patterns, detects anomaly and predictive remaining useful life, right? And enable automated maintenance alert. That's what I was talking about. Now can you please tell me one thing? How if I'm driving every day, you might be driving from your home to your office, right? So we every time follow the particular path, right? So I don't have to say to which route I should follow. So I just go in the morning, I take that left, right, and then I reach the college. But uh, will the if I set a car in the autopilot mode, or if there is a driverless car, he or she will drive the same way, the way that we used to drive? No, they will drive based on the current scenarios or current situation of that particular road. So they will first of all on their map, because I generally forget to on my map. So they will on the map automatically, and they will search for which is the fastest route. And then based on that particular information that what they had gathered or what they have, they will use that particular path. So, and this is based on their census patterns and how that entire things are working. So they will also detect the anomalies and predict the remaining useful uh, uh, life. Ki at what time you require maintenance, how much fuel is there, how much, you nowadays in the latest car you can also find that how much kilometer it will drive. Yes, but in the traditional car there where we have lack of sensors, we used to guess ki kitna chalega abhi. It is on, last time I had just filled up fuel, so it is almost 1 month, so next I have to fill the fuel. So now everything is automated, everything is monitor, and that also not only they are monitoring, but it is a conditional monitoring. They also alerts, they also keeps on doing the alerts ki when we have to do the maintenance, right? So this is these are the few components of AI, right? So we have to, for the predictive maintenance, what is the pipeline? I will not go into the detail of this. So first, as I said, everybody has to collect the data. We have to pre-process this, and then we have to train the model, right? So I don't know a background of you, whether you have done the practicals or whether you have worked on this AI/ML concept, but these are the three things that what generally all people are doing. So based on the what models we can predict the alerts. So you might have seen that if I ask Alexa, do you store something, or do you record something, or do you maintain the privacy? She will say no, I do maintain the privacy, but I don't know, I don't store all the conversation. But if I ask Alexa, what is my name, then definitely she can recognize my voice and she can say that this is the particular person. So she himself is giving the conflict answers. So definitely AI models collects the data, and that data is been stored for their own uses. Even Google also does the same thing. So there are the 4 components of AI agent. So prediction model, learning model, reasoning model, action model, and the communication model. So based on our application, I have to use any one of this model. So for what purpose I am using? So if I take an example of my car, so it's an action model, latest car. How much pressure is there? In that also, if I use a ADAS feature, so when should I apply the brake? The car knows automatically when should he apply the brake. Whenever he or she has to decrease the speed. So that is the action model, as well as the communication model. The Alexa is the best model of a communication. Reasoning modeling, if there is a turn, right? So again, the car that the latest car that what we are talking, it's a reasoning model. A learning model, I don't think the car learns from itself. So learning model can be your sensors that are placed in any of the industries which keep on learning based on the previous example. For example, ChatGPT is the best example. It will also answer the same way you had asked. If you don't put the name also, but if you are logged in by a particular name, they will call you by their own name, right? And the prediction model. So we have seen the perception as well as prediction model. If somebody has bought egg, then definitely not only the grocery shops, so there might be a bread nearby that egg, right? At the same time, if I buy a mobile from the internet, from the Amazon, so they will suggest me to buy say this screen guard, or they will help us to or they will also suggest to buy that cover for that particular mobile, right? So now what are the techniques that are used in AI? So I don't want to go into much detail of these things. Okay, so just for the machine learning concept, we have SVM or random forest for the fault classification, right? The traditional approach, just we are talking about a prediction. Okay, how that Amazon comes to know that if somebody is buying the mobile, then he should suggest, he or she should suggest him that they should also go for a screen guard, or they should also go for a either for the some other accessories of that particular mobile only. They will not suggest you to buy some other different thing. So these are based on the SVM of the random forest. This is called as a classification. They had classified the users based on the previous buyers. That means all the buyers whoever had bought the mobile, with the mobile they had also bought or they had also purchased the screen guard. So based on that, they give the prediction, because we also know that whenever I buy a egg or whenever I buy a bread, definitely I will buy a jam or a butter or a milk on the same day. So that is based on the previous data. So how the people had behaved. So that is called as the machine learning. And the deep learning concept is just like I talked about the predictions, nowcast, right? Can I tell, now we know that everybody are investing the money in the market. So can you predict after 1 year what market will be, how the market will behave? I can predict, but I can predict and it will work accurately also. But there are, because of the certain interference or certain kind of policies of or I can say the greed of certain broker, that is not working properly, right? But believe me, there are some models of CCNA that works on a time series analysis, which can predict or which can give me the accurate answer for the stock market also. If there is no, because it works only on the news. If there is one kind of, just today, if the finance minister shares one news, tomorrow onwards we'll have a war with Pakistan or with the US, so definitely the entire market will go down and then the things will go in a wrong direction, right? But market doesn't depend on that thing. It should not depend on the news, right? But in India, it is that is true. But if you see on the production, or if you talk about the reputation of the company, and if you start working on this way, so definitely with the help of this time series analysis, I can forecast or I can nowcast tomorrow morning how the market will behave, right? So this is what the things are going in that direction. And now this is a very wonderful thing, that what all the mechanical people should work digital twins for the real time simulation. So this thing is nowadays going into is going very fast and very vast. Digital twinning, that I can twin the entire ecosystem. If I want to twin, I want to make one entire just like a Taj Mahal. I have to build one Taj Mahal. So I can build one digital Taj Mahal, just a replica of that anywhere, right? So this is how this we can go with this AI/ML. So I think all the case studies which we have discussed, because of AI/ML manufacturing, we can predict the motor or a gearbox failure, when how we can go for it in the manufacturing industry. We can also monitor the turbines, or we can also monitor the health of that particular turbines. And I told in the transportation, forecast the brake, engine wear and tear, when should I change the oil, and all these things are the use cases. So benefit, reduce the downtime and the cost, extend equipment life. It will definitely it will increase the lifetime of this all the product that what we are using. Improve the major thing, that is the safety and reliability. So if I implement the entire things, so I can have all these benefits. But there are some challenges and limitations. Need a high quality sensors, data. Integration with the legacy system is complex. The main, just I was talking about this thing, cyber security and model interdependability concerns will be always raised, right? So nowadays we have a grid failures. Recently in Maharashtra, in the lockdown, there was a grid failure. You might have heard about that Iran pipeline attack. So that system, have you heard about this OT attack, operational technology attack? Or we can say that a power grid failure in Maharashtra. This was the entire cyber attack. Nowadays, because IT environment is very much safe. That means you cannot be hacked. Your data cannot be hacked until unless you do certain thing of mistake. For example, If I download certain thing from the unauthorized website, or if I click on the if I click on any of the link, then only my mobile or my laptop will be hacked, right? Otherwise, our IT environment is so robust and so secured. Without our mistake or without anybody's concern, we cannot be hacked. But the OT environment, it has a lot of vulnerabilities because that thing is not yet matured the way IT environment is matured. So there is a scope of a cyber attack we can call as a OT attack, and there are many such attacks that happen even in Russia. Nowadays, that drone attack and everything is based on this IT environment only, cyber attack. So if you want to go ahead, we can have a edge AI, self-learning intelligence system, and the data privacy, right? So conclusion: AI shifts the maintenance from reactive to proactive, improve efficiency, safety, and reliability, essential for the industrial 4.0 transformation. So I come to conclude this. So if you have any queries, we can discuss.
Okay, participants, if you have any queries, unmute and you can ask the question to Dr. Gautam Borkar, sir. And feedback link is also put on this Zoom. Okay, so feedback link has also been given. And I'll again repeat, if you have any queries, any questions, any doubts, you can ask to Dr. Gautam Borkar, sir. Yes, any queries? Sir, I don't think there are any queries. Sir, can you hear me?
There is no also.
Sir, can you hear me? Am I audible to you, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, so today's lecture has been concluded. So I want to thank you, respected Dr. Gautam Borkar, sir, for giving us such a wonderful insight on the topic AI-driven condition monitoring and predictive maintenance. And also, sir, you have shown us uh, um, very live examples, today's current examples. For example, Chat GPT and also the Family Man web series, Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model Y. So thank you for that, sir. And coming to a vote of thanks. So on behalf of yes, sir.
I think there is one query in the chat. Can we implement AI-enabled traffic signals? Sir, yes, definitely we can increase, we can implement this AI-based traffic signals, because it is based. What we exactly we have to do in the traffic signaling. Okay, we have to just keep on seeing the flow of cars, right? So you might have seen all the flow, what are the cars that what we can. So definitely AI can monitor not only it can monitor the traffic, but it can also monitor the roads that what we have, right? I hope this answers your query.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any queries? I'll repeat. Are there any queries from participant side? Okay. So I don't think there are any queries, sir.
Okay.
So on behalf of CS Pratishthan Chairman Engineer Basavaraj Mangarule, sir, our CEO Colonel Joy Daniel, sir, Principal Dr. B.M. Patil, sir, Dean Academics Dr. P.M. Ardapurkar, sir, all HODs and teaching staff of Shreyas College of Engineering and Technology, and participants, I, Professor Brij Bhushan Shukla of Mechanical Engineering Department, thank you from the bottom of my heart for delivering such a nice lecture, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So I want to inform all the participants that next session will start sharp at 1:30 p.m. Link will be put in Atal FDP group. So the next guest speaker is Dr. Santosh Sambre, Associate Professor in CSE Engineering in Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering. So thank you, everyone. Feedback link has been put up. You can fill the feedback. Thank you. Participants, the link have been again pasted. It was previously pasted by Zubair Sheikh sir. Again, I have pasted the link for you. So you can kindly fill the Google feedback link. It is pasted in Zoom. You can check your chat box. It is available in chat box. I have put the link at 12:01 p.m. Okay. And one more announcement. Those who have filled the form, you can leave the Zoom session. All participants, I request you to kindly fill the feedback form. All participants, I kindly request you to please fill the feedback form. Don't leave without filling the feedback form. Thank you.